Who's next? No chickens.
We have Gary Partridge. Also, we have, who else?
Oh, yay, a male, yay.
I only brought one, a political protest poem written a couple of years ago. I think you'll get the context very easily.
In English.
In English.
Oh, I get it.
The call to bear arms. If I was to stand here naked and read to you this poem, would you turn away as you do from blood splattered across the screen during a Saturday night multiplex screening of a horror movie? Or would you sit and gawk aghast at the sight of a nude poet as you sit and gawk at live televised reports from the scene of bomb blasts in Bali, the West Bank, New York, Baghdad? Or are you the sort who would listen to poetry read to you by a nude poet, who would, after the initial surprise, look on with open-minded indifference, scrutinize the pale skin of the poet, ponder the metafiction of form matching meaning, of a poem about reading in the nude, read in the nude? Look again. See the skin stretched taut over my stomach, the availability of more food than I need. See in my bucket-seated posture a V8 greed for gasoline. See in my gait another step beyond the sidewalk at the edge of suburban sprawl. See within arm's reach most all of my wants. Of course, the poet would not be allowed to stand before you nude like a fool, yet look at how politicians fool the world into war, war in the name of power, crusades for God, conquistadors for gold, Hiroshimas for democracy, bloody revolutions for freedom, regime changes for improved approval ratings. Look again. Scrutinize that one full frontal piece of a naked man's anatomy as you do a movie horror, Mapplethorpe or the War on Terror. Limp is our reaction to hundreds of thousands of homicides we call war. So one naked poet is obscene or absurd? Then don't look. Join me instead. Two naked people do not go to war. Two nude poets are not headline news. They're entertainment tonight. Be prepared. The phallus might rise, not with the missile-like mission of killing, but instead with a biological instinct to procreate. Imagine 3 nude poets, or 4. When 378 African women merely threatened to disrobe and parade, they shamed a multinational oil company into spending dollars to build a school for their own children. So imagine 1 million people marching naked on the Capitol, or on the Kremlin, or on Mecca. There would be no need to search them for concealed weapons as they boarded the plane for the trip. The world needs more people to bear more than arms. Names will be taken at the door.
Carol, are you getting ready? We also have James Rossignol.
Well, go ahead.
He said he might,
James,
since-
you want to go ahead?
First of all, I think that what Mr. and Mrs. Clayton are doing tonight is very, very good.
Yay, Jen. Very.
A long time ago, back in 1972, my older brother was the youngest person ever to run for the city of San Antonio City Council. He was 18 years old at the time, back when they let 18-year-olds vote. I think there's a picture in the Ranger newspaper of his holding up homemade bumper sticker, which we made out of the stuff that you line kitchen cabinets with. Spray painted it bright orange and hand painted it with his name, and I think it was place 9 back in those days. So Mr. and Mrs. Clayton really deserve a lot of thanks for what they're doing, because my older brother had someone similar to Mr. and Mrs. Clayton, the Moynahans, that did the same thing for him. So this is good. This is where democracy starts, I think, is in someone's house.
Amen. Amen.